Everything you knew about how to tell if a woman likes you is wrong. You might think you've got it all figured out reading those flirty smiles and playful time, but what if I told you that the real signs are far more subtle, even downright strange? Today we're diving deep into the 10 weirdest signals that a woman is secretly into you. These aren't your run-of-the-mill signs, and some might even blow your mind. So if you want to finally understand what she's really thinking, stick around because this is going to get interesting. Have you ever found yourself wondering, does she like me, or am I just imagining things? Trust me, we've all been there. It's easy to get caught up in the classic signs of attraction, those obvious cues like flirty behavior, playful teasing, or the good old accidental touch. But here's the thing, women often communicate their interests in ways that fly completely under the radar. In fact, some of the signals they send are so unexpected that you might have been missing them all along. Today, we're going to break down the 10 rarest and weirdest signs that a woman likes you. These are the kinds of signals that are easy to overlook, but once you know what to watch for, you'll start seeing them everywhere. Ready to decode the mystery? Let's get started. Number 1, the stealthy glance game. So, let's talk about eye contact. You probably think if she's into you, she'll give you that seductive stare, right? But that's not always the case. In fact, one of the most telling signs is when she's constantly glancing at you, but in a way that's not obviously flirty. She might catch your eye from across the room, but quickly look away. Or maybe you notice her sneaking a peek at you when she thinks you're not looking. Why does this matter? Because women are often more subtle in their approach. They might not want to come on too strong. So instead of locking eyes with you in an obvious way, they play it cool, keeping their glances quick and discreet. If she's doing this, it's her way of saying she's interested without making it too obvious. But here's the catch, you've got to be paying attention. Miss these looks, and you could miss the fact that she's totally into you. Number 2, the undercover researcher. Here's something that might surprise you. If she's into you, she's probably doing some behind-the-scenes digging. No, she's not stalking you well, not in the creepy sense. But if she suddenly knows a lot more about you than you've ever told her, chances are she's been doing some homework. Maybe she's asked mutual friends about you, or she's gone on a deep dive through your social media. Suddenly she knows your favorite band, the kind of coffee you like, or that random hobby you mentioned once in passing. This isn't just curiosity, it's a sign she's interested. She's trying to learn more about you without coming out and saying it. It's her way of getting closer to you without being too direct. So if she starts dropping hints that she knows more about your life than you thought, take it as a sign that she's definitely into you. And if she's suddenly besties with your friends, you can bet she's gathering intel to understand what makes you tick. Number 3, the hot and cold roller coaster. Alright, here's where things get really confusing, her mood swings. One day she's warm, friendly, and super chatty, and the next, she's distant, cold, and barely acknowledges your existence. You're left wondering, did I do something wrong? Here's the kicker. This is often a sign she likes you. Crazy, right? Women can be complex when it comes to expressing their feelings. If she's interested in you, but doesn't want to make it too obvious, she might pull back just when things start heating up. Why? It could be her way of testing the water, seeing how you react when she pulls away. Or maybe she's trying not to seem too eager. Whatever the reason, these mood swings are her way of keeping you on your toes. So don't get discouraged if she seems distant one day and warm the next. It's all part of the game. Number 4, the push-pull game. Let's talk about the classic push-pull technique. You know the drill. One minute she's super close, chatting you up, and maybe even getting a bit touchy. Then out of nowhere she backs off. It's like she's sending you mixed signals on purpose. But here's the thing, she probably is. This push-pull dynamic is one of the oldest tricks in the book when it comes to attraction. By getting close and then pulling away, she's testing your interest and your patience. She wants to see if you'll chase her or if you'll lose interest when she backs off. It's a subtle, psychological game, and if you're not careful, it can drive you crazy. But once you recognize it for what it is, you can play along and keep the attraction building. Just remember, if she's playing this game, it's because she's interested, but she's also seeing how much you're willing to put in to get closer to her. Number 5, the mirror signal. Ever caught her copying your body language, your tone, or even your catchphrases? This is no coincidence. It's a phenomenon known as mirroring, and it's a sign that she's subconsciously trying to build a connection with you. When someone mirrors you, it's their way of saying, I get you. We're on the same wavelength. It's a powerful, almost instinctual way of creating rapport. And it's not just about copying physical actions, it can extend to mirroring your emotional state too. If you're excited, she gets excited. If you're calm, she becomes more relaxed. This subtle mimicry is your way of showing that she feels connected to you, even if she's not saying it out loud. Number 6, the social media sleuth. We live in a digital world, So it's no surprise that one of the modern signs she likes you involves her online activity. If she's suddenly liking your old photos, commenting on your posts, or even tagging you in memes, she's clearly paying attention. But it goes deeper than that. If she's referencing things you've posted weeks or even months ago, it's because she's been doing some digging. This kind of online detective work is a sure sign she's into you. She's looking for clues about your life, your interests, and maybe even past relationships. She might not come out and say she's been scrolling through your feed, but if she's dropping hints about things only a deep dive would uncover, it's pretty clear she's interested. And if she's quick to react to your stories or posts, that's her way of staying on your radar. Number 7, the coincidental encounters. Let's say you've noticed her showing up in places you frequent, maybe your favorite coffee shop, the gym, or even a local event you casually mentioned you'd be attending. Sure, it could be a coincidence, or it could be her way of creating opportunities to bump into you. Women who are interested often make these accidental encounters happen on purpose. They're placing themselves in your path, hoping you'll notice and strike up a conversation. The key here is how often these coincidences happen. If it's just once, maybe it's a fluke. But if she's consistently running into you, it's probably intentional. She's trying to create moments where you can connect without making it seem like she's going out of her way. So if you're constantly crossing paths, she's likely orchestrating these moments because she's interested in spending more time with you without coming on too strong. Number 8, the polarized reactions. This one's all about extremes. When she sees you, does she light up like she's just spotted a celebrity? Or does she act super nonchalant, almost indifferent? Both reactions are telling, but they mean different things depending on her personality. If she's naturally shy, her enthusiasm might spike when she sees you. She might get overly giggly, blush, or suddenly become very talkative. On the other hand, if she's more confident, she might play it cool, acting like seeing you is no big deal, even if inside she's excited. Both reactions can be signs of interest, but they're on opposite ends of the spectrum. The key is to notice the shift in her behavior compared to when she's around others. If she's showing you a different side, whether it's bubbly excitement or icy comments because you're on her radar and she's trying to manage how she appears to you. Number 9, the gossip network. Women are social creatures, and if she's into you, her friends will know. In fact, they might even give away more than she does. If her friends start acting differently when you're around, maybe they're extra chatty, teasing her, or even giving you knowing looks, pay attention. This is their way of nudging her, or maybe even testing the waters for her. They might ask you leading questions, drop hints about how she talks about you, or make comments that suggest there's something more going on. If you notice her friends trying to include you more, or if they seem to know more about you than you've shared, it's because she's been talking about you. Her friends might be in on the secret, and they could be trying to subtly push things along. So if you're getting vibes from her social circle, it's a good sign that she's interested, even if she hasn't said it outright. Number 10, the deep confidences. This one is big. When a woman starts opening up to you, sharing personal stories, secrets, or her dreams and fears, she's letting you into her inner world. This isn't something she does with just anyone. If she's confiding in you, it means she trusts you, sees you as someone she can be vulnerable with, and maybe even as someone who could be more than just a friend. These conversations go beyond small talk. They're intimate, personal, and they show that she's comfortable with you in a way that she's not with everyone else. If she's sharing her deepest thoughts, it's because she values your opinion and connection. This is one of the clearest signs that she sees you as someone special and possibly as someone she wants to build something deeper with. So there you have it, the 10 rarest and weirdest signs that a woman likes you. Now remember, every woman is different and not all will show their interest in the same way. But if you start noticing these subtle hints, don't ignore them. These signs might be low-key, but they're powerful indicators of what she's really feeling. Alright, let's keep the conversation going. Have you ever noticed these signs? Or maybe you've encountered some other unusual behaviors that tipped you off that someone liked you. Drop your stories in the comments, I'm dying to hear them. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Trust me, you're going to want to stick around for what's coming next.